Hey there guys, it's Ashley. I am bringing you into my messy little kitchen today. This is nothing glamorous at all. This is me doing some meal prep. I've just done my grocery shopping and I posted my meal plan for you guys. And I've had a lot of questions over the past week, and I mean just in general I get lots of questions about how I do a lot of meal prep. So I just wanted to show you a little bit of what I do and how I get everything set up for my whole family for the week. I mean, it's nothing glamorous in any way. It takes me a while, but just to give you guys an idea, stick your head in my kitchen and see how I set things up so we have a successful week. So I'm gonna adjust this down a little bit so y'all can see my counter more. I've still got a lot of my groceries sitting out here, and you should be able to see me there. I'm just going to show you kind of how I get started, because now I've gotten it to a point, and cutting me off, there you go, where everything goes pretty quickly, and I kind of do it fast and systematically. So the first thing that I do when I come in and unpack all my groceries, of course I put the cold stuff away. Then I take out vinegar, which vinegar is not my favorite, but I'm out of my favorite cleaner. My fruit and vegetable wash, my favorite one is called E-Cleaner, and you can order it online. Just Google it and you'll find their website, but it's E-Cleaner. And I wash all of my fruits and veggies, especially if they're not organic. But these are, but I like to wash them anyway. And you can either get the fruit and veggie cleaner, like I said, my favorite one is E-Cleaner, or you can use a splash of vinegar. Just a little splash, maybe like 3 or 4 teaspoons worth, and then put some cold water over it. I have a nifty little bowl that is like a bowl and a strainer that pops out of it. So I ordered this on Amazon a couple years ago. I'm sure you can probably still find it. But then I just cover the fruit, veggies, whatever. These are apples, covering them with, I guess you can see that, with water, and let them soak for at least a minute or two. So I get those started. I don't wash things like bananas because we peel those, and bananas are pretty clean anyway. Apples are a real dirty fruit. Bananas are a pretty clean fruit on the scale of like 1 to 10. So I get my apples going, stick my bananas in the fridge. We like our bananas refrigerated and cold. Next thing, this time I bought some jicama, I think is how you say this. This is pretty new to me too. I've only eaten it like once or so before. But today I found some in our produce section already cut up, and that was my thing, is I hate peeling potatoes and cutting things like this. And jicama, or jicama, however you say it, you can Google recipes for it, but it's pretty much like potatoes. You can use it as a potato substitute, and getting nerdy on you, but your body doesn't digest it like a carb. It's more like a vegetable. So it's actually a healthier alternative to potatoes. So I picked this up some this week. So the next thing I'm gonna do is take a bowl. Now the annoying thing about this particular vegetable is you have to soak it for at least 12 hours before you can cook it. So I'm gonna plop that into some water and just soak it. So covered it, I'm gonna just stick it in the fridge until tomorrow. And tomorrow I'm gonna make some little kind of like roasted potatoes with that. Okay, so next thing I do is I work on portioning out things. So we love blueberries. My local grocery store doesn't sell an organic blueberry, unfortunately. So I buy this great big bag of blueberries. It's 32 ounces and it's about $7, and they're frozen. I like to buy frozen berries that preserve their quality a little better. And this already comes in a Ziploc bag, but my family won't take the time to Ziploc that bag. So I like to pour it in my Ziploc bag. Plus, I just like being able to see that. See what's in the bag. I use Ziploc bags for everything. There's a couple left in there. I know this is not that exciting, but I'm just showing you how I do my stuff, you guys. You don't have to watch this if you don't want to. It's just, this is what works for me. So, my blueberries are done up and they're in there. I had a couple left from last time I neglected to put them in the bag, so I'm gonna just pour those right on top. My family loves to eat these like candy. I mean, the kids will just reach in there and grab a handful. My husband loves to eat it in oatmeal. We eat a lot of blueberries, and blueberries are my favorite berry because they're a superfood, and they're excellent for your health and your cholesterol, especially. All right, so the apples are still soaking. This is already portioned out. However, the guacamole doesn't have a lid, so I'm gonna go ahead and stick it in a Ziploc bag so that when it does get opened, it'll get Ziplocked. And I always keep a Sharpie nearby, and right on there, like this, I'll write what it is, since it doesn't say, or it's not obvious. Guacamole and its expiration date. Let's see if we can find it. Oh, it's on here. Here it is. The 21st. So 1/21/16. That just lets me know when it expires. And then we've got hummus. My kids will eat these with veggies as a dip. So will me and my husband. I'm sticking those in the fridge. Alrighty. Next thing, we've got carrots. These are organic baby carrots. They're already washed. So I'm not gonna wash these. I'm gonna get a Ziploc bag. We'll just bring them all over here. And right on there, the date they expire. So January 29, 16 is when these are expiring. So I'm just gonna pop these in a Ziploc bag. Now, if I were sending my kids to school or portioning this out for husband's lunches or something, I would just put a little bit less than that in each baggie and stick them in there in the fridge for grab and go kind of stuff. I do things like that a lot if we're going on trips or whatever, but since we homeschool, and I've already got a couple other bags of carrots in the fridge to share between my husband who packs his lunch and us who eat here at home, I'm just gonna put all these in one bag and stick them in the fridge just like this. See? Okay. Trash. All right, next thing we've got here, this is a snack will just go in the pantry. This was over in like the bulk stuff. It's pineapple pieces. It says pineapple rings. It's pineapple pieces with low sugar and no sulfur. Try to get the no sulfur dried kind. My kids love to snack on those. I got veggie sticks for snacks. We got lots of fruit for snacks: oranges, bananas, grapefruit, apples, and almond butter. Apples. No, this is peanut butter. Almond butter. Almond butter is so much better for you, especially freshly ground. But my kids still like peanut butter a whole lot too, so I usually get one of each. And there should be a place in your grocery store or a local health food store where you can grind your own fresh, and that is the best way to get it. So if at all possible, get that way. But I keep these in the fridge, and I know people think I'm crazy for doing that, but peanuts aren't a nut, they're actually a legume, and they can grow a bacteria if they're not kept refrigerated. A lot of people don't know that, so I always keep mine in the fridge, and I recommend that you do it too. This is broccoli salad. Now, I love broccoli salad because it's already chopped up veggies. It's got obviously broccoli, and I think there's some red cabbage in this one, and carrots. And I really hate cutting up veggies for my salad, so I like to buy this bag and dump it on top of my lettuce. I cut this up. I had plenty before I went to the grocery store, but it's just romaine lettuce. I buy the hearts, and I just cut it up, and I put it in a Ziploc baggie all ready to go. And then I just dump this in on top of it, and that way I've got a nice little salad mix. Well, I don't want to get the air out just yet because I want to toss it a little. Toss it so it's all blended up. Had I had it all out at one time, I would have tossed it in a bowl. But my point is, it doesn't have to be a big, hard, long deal. It doesn't have to be a hard process. This doesn't take 30 minutes to get all this stuff done. Now when I get to the recipes, of course, I'll take a little bit longer, but this is just, you know, prep. So salads are in a bag, ready to go all week long. I've got 2 of those. All right, then I've got my veggies here that I'm fixing to pop in the oven and cook. My spinach, I like to buy frozen spinach. I like to buy most vegetables that I don't get fresh and in season, like from a local co-op or farmer's market. I buy those frozen if I can because it actually preserves their nutrients longer to buy them frozen. And I buy them organic when I can, but obviously sometimes I don't or they don't have it. So I don't beat myself up about that, but that's what I shoot for. Keep frozen. So I'm gonna keep this in the freezer. This is from me this week. Specifically, I'm putting it in my eggs, my omelets. So actually, I'm gonna package that down. I take that back. Normally, I put things up a little better than everybody else. So I opened it, I just squished it up a little bit so that it'll be easier to pop out in the mornings, and I'll just pop a chunk of this in the skillet with 2 eggs and what else have I got to put in there? Onions and green peppers. I don't have any mushrooms this week. I would put mushrooms in there, whatever veggies you like. Don't overcomplicate things. Make it nice and easy on yourself. All right, so spinach, and if you don't like raw spinach, this is a great way to get spinach because spinach is a great vegetable for you. It's got all kinds of stuff, protein, all kinds of nutrients, vitamins. I'm trying to see if it says on here. I'm pretty sure this is one of the higher things in protein that you can get. Antioxidants and vitamin A is what it says on the box. So I'm popping that in the freezer where I can easily just pop out a little chunk of it for myself. Steamed vegetables, I got green peas. I'm gonna go ahead and pop those in the microwave and steam them now. I cook everything I can tonight and get it as ready as possible for the rest of the week. That way we don't have a lot of work ahead of us. There's your good pantry. Okay, eggs. Me, breakfast this week is going to be 2 eggs and some other stuff. So I bought extra eggs. They didn't have organic, so I got these. All right. I'm going to take about a dozen eggs. There should be about 6 eggs in here. Oh no, there's more. 2. All right, there's 10 eggs in there. I'm going to take those 10 eggs. I haven't forgotten the apples. I just haven't got back to them yet. And I'm gonna boil these 10 eggs. So I've got 2 dozen in the fridge for me to eat this week and the kids and the husband if he wants any, but my husband usually eats just oatmeal for breakfast and Shakeology. So it's pretty much me and the kids. But we do like to put boiled eggs on our salads. So I'm gonna go ahead and boil some eggs. And I'm gonna get a trash bag because I forgot to get one. Put in my trash can down here under the counter. I like to work right here because I've set my whole little station up. I've got my trash can right here, my knives are in this drawer, my cutting boards are usually here, but they're all dirty right now. But everything I can kind of rotate right around this little area. And I actually have 2 stoves in here. And I'm using the old little white one tonight because it's in my little area. Otherwise I'd be using the cool pink one. But, all right, so apples have been washed off. That'll just help take off some of the pesticides and preservatives if they're not organic. The wax, they wax them, nasty stuff. It's not gonna make them 100%, but it's better. And we're aiming for better. Everything's a little bit of progress. So, and they won't taste like vinegar. The vinegar evaporates. Okay, so they've been rinsed. They've been washed, they've been rinsed. That's it now. Unfortunately, apples can't be peeled. I know you can peel them and put them in lemon juice and make them not turn colors, but I'm too lazy to do that. So I don't ever do that. I just put the whole apple in there. And then we have a handy dandy apple peeler that everybody in my family loves to use. I'm sure you've probably seen these now, and because I see them everywhere now. I ordered mine on Amazon. I order everything on Amazon, but I ordered that a couple years. No, actually, I think my mom gave it to me a couple years ago. But you can get it on Amazon, and it works like a little charm. So my kids love to do that. So it's not a real big deal for us to peel apples. So all those babies just go in the crisper drawer. Now, if you're just starting out cleaning, I usually tell you not to put your apples and your veggies or fruits in the crisper drawer. Get some of those like shoebox size Tupperware things and put them up high so you will see them in your refrigerator. You want to get in the habit of being able to see these things so that they're easy to get to and you get used to eating those things. But everything in there is going to be healthy this week, so you'll be happy to reach for apples. All right. We're gonna have chicken apple sausage. This was the most organic that they had this week. No MSG, less sodium, no hormones, and none of those nitrate things. So I'm gonna cut up this sausage and cook that next. After I get these out. Okay, so these veggies I had bought last week and we didn't get to eat here as much as I thought. So I'm going to cook all those. Let's see, I want a pot for the green peas. One bigger bowl than that. No, I think I will go with this one. Okay, so what I'm going to make this week is green peas. I've just steamed those because they're in a steamer bag. And I'm going to put a little bit of coconut oil on there now that they're hot. I got another bag in there. I took 2 bags for my family, and that'll last us the week. I mean, of course, 2 bags won't last my whole family the week, but we've got lots of other veggies too. So I'm taking just a little bit of coconut oil instead of butter, because in my family here in the South, we always buttered our peas. But coconut oil is a beautiful alternative to butter, and it often, in my experience, tastes very similar. Like you want that coating. You don't really taste the butter flavor. You just want that coating on it. So, I'm putting some of that, there was some peas. Putting that in there to melt while they're hot, and then, because I'm doing this for my whole family, I don't do it just for me, I'd leave this off. Or bad out. But I'm going to put a little Parmesan in there to give them some flavor. So you can definitely leave that out, but it makes my family eat green peas more. And green peas aren't the best vegetable for you, but they're better than eating junk food. So I put some Parmesan in there. So when that other bag's done, I'll dump them in there and add that to it. Put a little more Parmesan. Green beans, I'm going to put those. The broccoli, I'm going to saute the broccoli with some spices, probably some garlic, salt and pepper, and that's all, and a little bit of coconut oil. I'll go ahead and start that up now. That's pretty much my favorite things are salt and pepper. Buy a better pepper than that, but that's all. They didn't have any nice pepper at my grocery store, so I just bought that. But I'm gonna saute the broccoli. I'm going to get out my Georgia Foreman. No, I'm not. I'm gonna bake this in the oven. I'm gonna take asparagus spears. I'm gonna coat them with a little bit of coconut oil and salt and pepper, maybe a little garlic, and I'm gonna roast those in the oven. With the carrots, I'm going to put them with a little bit of coconut oil. I don't put any pepper on the carrots. I really don't put any salt. I usually just put rosemary, a little bit of rosemary, and I put those in the oven and roast them. And then I'm going to take Brussels sprouts, and I'm going to cook the Brussels sprouts. I'm going to go ahead and steam them, and then I'm going to put them in the oven with my salmon, and I may toss the butternut squash in there with the salmon as well. And I'm going to bake all those together. Alright, let's see what else. I'm probably going to go ahead and roast some potatoes, even though I've still got the other one just for the family. Sweet potatoes, I'll probably roast those. And then I'm going to grill some chicken breasts with some lemon pepper seasoning on it. And that is pretty much it. Most of this stuff, I'm just gonna pop in the oven. I've got a George Foreman grill that I'll grill my chicken on, or I might just decide to stick it in the oven too. But all this can be cooked in the same amount of time. I'm not gonna show you guys all this because this will take me another 45 minutes. But I just wanted to give you a feel for how to get everything going. So, I mean, I will cook all of this at the same time. It'll be done about the same time. And then I will just either package it down and put it in Ziploc bags and put it in there, or I will just like wrap up the pot and put it in the fridge and we can eat on that all week. And that's our meal plan for the week. It's not that complicated. You know, once you do it a time or two, you're gonna get your system down and it's gonna go really fast. So I hope this has been some help for you guys. I know it's a really long video, but I just wanted to kind of give you a feel for how I got all my stuff together. So I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye, guys.